Hello, I am back with another word, encouraging word from the Lord. Um, hmm, funny thought, funny story. This is my fourth time trying to record this video. Yeah, the devil's a lie. That's all I can say. So earlier today, I was looking up scriptures and things like that about who does Christ say I am? Who does Christ say you are? I was wanting to send an encouraging scripture to a friend. So then I came across the scriptures in Mark 5:25 through 34. And that's where the woman with the issue with blood was healed. So I'm going to read the scripture real quick, and then I'm going to share three thoughts that I got out of that I wanted to share. The third one was a new one today. The other two I knew, but today hearing and reading what I read today really was like, wow, God, you're so good. You are so good. You are so faithful. So let me read Mark 5:20, Mark 5:25 to 34. Now a certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years, and had suffered from things from many physicians. She had spent all that she had, and was no better, but rather grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, "If only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well." Immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that power had gone out of him, he turned around in the crowd and said, "Who touched my clothes?" But his disciples said to him, "You see the multitude thronging you, and you say, 'Who touched me?'" And he looked around to see her who had not he looked around to see her who had done the thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your affliction." This is also in Luke 8:43 through 48. The same story. I'm gonna see something real quick. Luke. So Luke 8:40. 43. Okay, so it was when Jesus returned that the multitude welcomed him, for they were all waiting for him. And he, behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of. Oh, that's not what I want to be. Hold on. Luke 43 to 48. 43. Okay, and behold, there. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, who was a ruler of the synagogue, and he fell down at Jesus' feet and begged him to come to his house, for he had an only daughter, about 12 years old of age, and she was dying. But as he went to the multitude, thronged him. Now a woman having a flow of blood for 12 years, who had spent all her livelihood on physicians and could not be healed by any, came from behind and touched the border of his garment. And immediately her flow of blood stopped. And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" When all denied it, Peter and those of him said, Master, the multitude throng and press you, and you say, "Who touched me?" But Jesus said, "Somebody touched me, for I perceive power going out of me." Now when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling, and falling down before him, she declared to him in the presence of all the people the reason she had touched him, and how she was healed immediately. And he said to her, "Daughter, be of good cheer. Your faith has made you well. Go in peace." So yeah, that was Luke. That was in Luke 48. Luke 8:43 to 48. Sorry, I just decided to read both those so you know where it's at. So what I got out of this is, first and foremost, is it said that she went to multiple physicians, right? Multiple doctors, who had spent all her livelihood. She spent all her money on physicians and could not be healed. And the other in Mark said she even got worse. So here she is trying to get healed by man, by man, going to doctors because that's what we're told to do. That's what we should do. Go. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to the doctor, but I'm saying that she used all her money to go and just find out what's wrong with her. 12 years in isolation, 12 years of nobody, no companion, no touch, no nothing. That can mentally do something to you. So not only was she physically, struggling, she was mentally struggling, right? So first thing I got out of that was the Lord is our ultimate physician. He is Jehovah Rapha. He is the Lord who heals. The second thing is when he said, daughter, be of good cheer. Your faith has made you well. So she just knew if she could just, she got down on her knees and crawled, and she believed. She believed for if she could just touch his garment. So it wasn't her touching him that healed, it was her faith. If she could just touch his garment, she knew that she would be made whole, she would be healed. So her faith healed her, believing that all she had to do is believe that God can heal. So God is the ultimate physician. He is the Lord that heals, number one. Number two, her faith made her whole, made her completely healed her. Her faith did. Number three, this is the one that really got me today, that he called her daughter. He called her daughter, which means her identity was made whole. That mentally she belonged to someone. She belonged to him. So that is huge. Like, it wasn't just, lady, you're healed. Lady, you're healed, you're all better. No, he said, daughter, your faith. He said, daughter, be of good cheer. Your faith has made you well. Go in peace. He called her daughter, which means her identity. She knows who she is in him. So your identity, you're a son and a daughter of the Most High King. You belong to him. Have faith that he will come through. For whatever you're praying for, he will come through. Just believe. Sometimes it's just not in our time. It's just in God's time. So just in saying that, like, I have a family member that is struggling mentally and physically, and she may not have the faith, but I'm standing in the gap and I'm believing for her healing. I'm believing that God can, because he is Jehovah Rapha. He's the Lord that heals. He's not only the Lord that heals, he is the Lord that provides. Not only is the Lord that provides, he is the King of Kings. He's our Father. He's our Abba. He's our everything, right? Like, if you believe that, if you believe that Christ, that you belong to him, there's nothing more amazing than that, right? Like, we belong to him. Like, no matter what our childhood was like, no matter anything, we are his. So before I run out of time, I just want you to know that you guys are all loved and you matter. If you have any prayer requests, anything you want me to stand in the gap and pray for, please message me. Put it on the message. I will be praying and standing in the gap. I will be interceding for you in faith that whatever you're asking the Lord for, that it will happen. God bless and have an amazing night.